October in Perth is when local residents get a chance to vote for their local councillors within the Shire. Today I'm with Sharon Hawkins-Zeeb. Thanks for joining us, Sharon.
Thanks for inviting me.
Now, you've been a councillor within the Manning ward for how long now?
For 6 years.
And for those that don't know you, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my background is basically I've been a lecturer at university for many years in business and international marketing and cultural training as well. I speak 3 languages, so that helps sometimes with some of the people that I meet. Other than that, I'm running a small family business and I have 4 children, which can be quite an occupation in itself. So that's me in a nutshell. Other than that, I've set up language schools around the world previously. So.
And you live right in the heart of your ward.
Absolutely.
Do you intend to stay locally long term?
Yes, I've got a great spot. I'm right across the road from the Senior Citizen Centre, where I actually got voted last week as the president of the Senior Citizen Centre.
Congratulations.
So I don't think I'll be moving for quite some time.
Now behind us, the Manning Hub. We were part of the Manning Community Association many years ago when that was just being spoken about.
That's right.
And it's been, I guess, one of the big achievements that the council and yourself has been able to give the residents, and obviously the feedback's been fantastic.
Yes.
The land between the old shops and the hub itself, do you know what's happening there?
It's going to be developed. There's basically a mixed application which has been put in, and it's going to have a medical centre, childcare facilities, and many things of the sort, which will be at the back end of it. And the one on the left hand side, we're not quite sure. But the idea is it's going to actually bring both the Manning Hub section here at the front to the Welwyn shops, and it's going to join them, and there will be a passageway eventually built between the two.
Great, great. Apart from that, what are some of the things that you're most proud of since your time as councillor in the City of South Perth?
I think some of our greatest achievements have been, for example, fighting the amalgamation, because that was something we were very close. We fought it very hard. Then we've had wonderful things like we've been trying to maintain the views in Salter Point, because it's been affecting quite a few of my residents. We've had the Manning Men's Shed straight behind you here, which is one of the greatest achievements yet. There was a lady, Hilary Wheater, who came to me many years ago, and she said to me, Sharon, we would like a men's shed. And I said to her, what is a men's shed? And when she explained it to me, we went from there to fruition to this wonderful building where we have over 600 members. And it is something that is so vibrant within this community. It's a place where the men love to go and hang out. We're doing mentoring programs for young people, and it's just a great bunch of people that hang out there. So other than that, we've got lots of different projects which have been happening. We're trying to maintain, for example, we've got the Perth Station Precinct. We're trying to maintain that we can try and put some controls in place so that it doesn't get to the extent of the high rise that some of the developers are going for. We're trying to control it somehow.
Development within the area, and obviously where the men's shed is, the corner of Leigh Street and Manning Road, the old Telstra site. I'm constantly being asked what's happening there. What's the latest with that site?
A couple of years ago there was a scheme amendment that took place, and we were thinking that there was going to be a massive development which was going to be put there. The application came to council. It was something that actually got through, but up until today there is no current application. So right now it's just not being developed. If
you're re-elected into council for another term, tell us about some of the key points that you're going to be working on.
Okay, we have a master foreshore plan within the Salter Point Waterford area, which has been something key that a lot of the residents living there, they've suffered because they've lost a lot of their views because we've had non-native plants planted there and they've just gone feral. They're killing the other plants which are within the area. And we want to maintain it so that the bird life and all of the natural environment, because we have 4 dolphins that actually live around that area and are always swimming around there. So that's one of the main things that we've got to get finished. Obviously, I want to see the end of this. I want to see this all the way through, that the Manning Hub becomes as wonderful as it was in its concept at the beginning. We've got a project actually with the George Burnett Leisure Centre. There's going to be $7 million for funding going into that, and it's to actually create lots of sports programs for all of our youth, which is an area which hasn't been quite tapped into yet, and I feel that they're maybe a little bit less catered for as what could potentially be. So otherwise, there's lots of things which are happening all over the place. It's just a very exciting time right now. So it's a great place to be.
I see local council working on the yards. Excellent.
Oh, this is fantastic here with the latest facilities, the barbecues and stuff. It's opened it up. The environment, the whole area, the community is very active around here.
Now, one final message for the people within your ward. what would you like to say to them before they vote? And tell us how they vote, when they vote. How's that done?
Okay, so basically you would receive in the mail, they are in your letterboxes now. It is going to be the ballot papers, which look like this, if I'll show it to you. So your ballot papers are here. You would have received it. Your postal information is written there. And basically what you need to do is you need to open it up. You've got your candidates who are there, and you need to have a look at who the candidates are. And then you need to go to the most important one, which is right here. You need to put a tick in the name of the candidate that you've chosen, and then put it back into your letterbox. But make sure not to pull that back page off, otherwise it makes it a non-valid. So my last points which I would have are that I have fought very hard for the last 6 years. We have achieved a lot. We do stand for the people and we support the people, and basically I think it's a consistent voice, and I've made many good decisions, so that from the sound decision making that I have proven myself, I have a very solid track record. So stick with the one that you know you can depend on, because I know that very rarely have residents come to me and that I've let them down. So I think stick with what you know. If the wheel isn't broken, don't fix it.
Absolutely. And look, on behalf of the residents around here, with the way that Manning has come along in leaps and bounds over the years, thank you very much for that. It's a fantastic area to live within, and you've obviously been a big part of that, so thank you for your involvement.
Absolutely, it was a pleasure.
And all the very best with your campaign. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Darren. Much appreciated.